Heather started her career as a therapist. Heather has moved on in her career and is an internationally known interventionist and educational consultant. One thing that many may not know about Heather is also a certified hostage negotiator. Heather brings all of these skills together in her interventions working with families across the United States and internationally. But as a nation, we have turned our head the other way and we've focused on easier fixes. Diabetes, heart disease, automobile accidents, wearing seatbelts.
Right.
And here we are dealing with families, one family at a time, while thousands are suffering and dying.
Right. And that's a great question. I mean, I've asked myself, is it stigma that keeps us from really addressing this? I mean, this is the disease that no one wants to have. No one wants to admit they have. No one wants to admit they have it in their family. Is it still so judged that we don't talk about it? We know 1 in 4 children have someone in their family who is addicted. That's a lot. And yet we don't come back and say, let's talk more about it. As a nation, we need to look at our ideologies. I mean, we're a chemical nation. We talk about if you're having a good time, have a beer. You'll be funny, smarter, sexier. People will like you more. Have a headache, take a pill. Don't just take a pill, take an extra strength pill. You have a toothache, here's 90 Oxycontin just in case you might hurt. So we've got a chemical fix for everything. And yet we've got a huge problem with chemicals. So we've got to look at our ideologies and what do we propagate? This is a disease. Here are the signs and symptoms. Because in this day and age, we know more about the signs and symptoms than we've ever known. We know the specific part of the brain that's affected. We know how to diagnose. We know who is high risk. And yet, we're not reaching out to those populations and really saying, here's how you talk about it at home around your dinner table with your children. We know that kids who've been abused, we know that kids that have it in their family tree, we know that kids that have learning problems or have been bullied or have been traumatized in ways, physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, we know they're all at risk. And yet, we don't have special programs in our school to reach out to them and to everyone else to say, you're at risk and here's how to know if you've got it, and if you have it, don't be ashamed. There's help available. If I thought I had diabetes and I had some of the signs and symptoms, I wouldn't feel ashamed. I'd go to the doctor and say, something's wrong, I think I've got diabetes, and I'd get a workup and a diagnosis. But with addiction, we don't do that. Most people don't even know we have addictionologists who are able to diagnose nothing but whether someone's got this disease or not and whether it's in early, middle, or late stages.